So this is a fairly large condo here located in Greensboro, North Carolina. And as we're coming in, we're walking downstairs to the basement. And as you saw on that one step back there, there was a nice little black spot on there that came up. But as we come in here to the one of the bedrooms downstairs in the basement, there's not really much to it. Just a lot of discoloration in the carpet and a lot of dirt tracked in from the door. There was a ton of residue in this particular home. That's one of the reasons we decided to use the 360i. And as you come over in here, there's a lot of pink discoloration, red discoloration kind of along that wall. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what that's from. It didn't come up with the cleaning. You can't really see it too well unless you're just over there looking at it, but that was some type of burn mark too, you just saw on the step. But here we're using our black light to kind of look. There was a little bit of an odor coming from up here, and obviously you can tell there were a few pet stains in the carpet right in there in the corner. And then especially coming up through the steps, that could have been something else that was spilled that would cause that besides urine. Or it could just have been a dog that messed up there. But as I was saying, there was a lot of residue in these carpets. We kind of noticed it as we was spraying. There was some foam coming up, so we decided just to go pretty light on the pre-spray and just focus on rinsing out what was in the carpet, and that would work in helping cleaning it up. And that one spot we were looking at was more than likely at one time a red stain that somebody had treated and had left that discolorization in the carpet. But for the upstairs was a little bit dirtier than the downstairs, than the main level, I should say. The upstairs and the basement were the dirtiest, so we used Sager's blue for it, and then for the downstairs we just used our Zone Perfect again, which is a lower pH, and it's not as an aggressive cleaner. And again, we mix this very lightly. They recommend for the type of sprayer that we have using 4 scoops. We just used 2 scoops of the Sager's. And then for the Zone Perfect, I can't remember what they recommended for the dilution, but we used just 16 ounces. I think they recommend using up to 32, and we cut that in half. But again, like I said, there was already a lot of residue in the carpets from previous cleaning, so we didn't feel the need to pile on a bunch of cleaner. As a matter of fact, we probably could have got away with something as a neutral pH cleaning it, and it would have came out just fine. But anyway, and this is our HydroForce 5-quart sprayer. We purchased from Magic Wand Company, I believe, when we originally bought our Vortex package. And if y'all don't remember, early on I had the Vortex light by Magic Wand, or actually I say by Mighty, that we purchased from Magic Wand Company. And it was a portable unit, and believe it or not, that was a very good portable unit. However, it for the way our business model was going, we knew we needed a truck mount, and that's why we purchased the Judson TNT. We bought that from a local carpet cleaner located in Asheboro, North Carolina. They had recently purchased another Butler, and they were looking to sell the Judson as well as the van. So we purchased the van, and we had it painted, and that was pretty much it. The Judson that came with it was a great unit, so we've been using it since. And one of the things that I always like to use when using the 360i is to go along the walls the way that you just saw me do. And the reason why I do that is it keeps me from the 360i getting loose and bumping up against the walls. And you know, the way it's got that plastic covering, it's probably not going to do any damage, but I really don't like to take any chances, so I just kind of go along the walls that way, and that helps protect the paint on the walls, and again, it helps keep me from bumping up against them. And also, it gets the edges a little bit closer. And as you can see here, I made a mistake. I didn't take the vacuum hose completely out and wrap it around the other way, so I wasn't able to get the 360i as low. But believe it or not, this is actually fairly easy to do steps using 360i, because really the only thing that you're doing is just balancing it. You're not having to hold it, and in my opinion, I actually like using this better than I do a wand or an upholstery tool. It cleans better, and it's a lot quicker and a lot easier. And here we are in the main level finally. This job took us a little while longer than we were anticipating. I actually told my wife I should be done in 2 hours, but at the time I didn't realize that this had a basement, and that added a little bit extra time. And also there were a couple of issues where we had to pay a little careful attention to, such as you can see as you transition from the kitchen to the living room, or I guess technically that would be called the dining room area. That was the dirtiest area, and we had to go over it several times to get it really clean and looking a little bit better. But again, the reason we decided to use the 360i, as you can tell right where I'm about to get, all the way up straight ahead, that's kind of the main walk area, and it was really matted down. And there's not too many tools out there like the 360i that can really get the carpets to stand up straight, or as I called it earlier, fluff up. Now again, if you use the CRB with the wand combo, yeah, the CRB does a really good job as a pile lifter, and it'll really help those carpets stand up straight too. And we could have got the same results using that combination, again the CRB and the wand, but we decided to use the 360i just because again there was a lot of residue, as I mentioned earlier, and we really wanted to get this carpet a good flushing out so there wouldn't be any residue left behind. And we also used Chems all fiber rinse to help make sure there wasn't any residue left behind. As you can see right there, I'm about to get out the paint remover and work on the spot here in just a few seconds where there was some paint in the carpet that was left over from a previous paint job. Alright, now we are finishing up, and I'm actually going to show you how we clean the 360i head. In between jobs, we'll take the vacuum hose out and vacuum it out. Now, at the end of the day, we'll go to the house and we'll spray it off with a pressure washer, or even sometimes we'll use the truck mount to clean it off. But this helps get up all the debris and keeps it from sticking and just getting up all that nasty stuff that you can see that the 360i pulls up from the carpet. It really pulls a ton of stuff out of the carpet as it, spins 750 revolutions per minute. So as we do this walkthrough, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you what it looked like before we groomed the carpet. Anytime we use the 360i, we always ask the customer if they want us to groom out those swirl marks. And since this is for a realty property management group, we always, or actually they've already told us to go ahead and groom out the carpets, and the lights wouldn't work in here. But anyway, we'll show you in just a second what it looks like after we groomed out the carpets, and that's pretty much the way it'll be for the rest of the video. But anyway, we appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave us a comment. Tell us what you liked. Even tell us what you didn't like too. And again, I'm whispering because this is around 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying not to wake up the family while I do this. So we'll see you on the next one.